What's going on, guys? So today I'm here with the D5500 and I'm going to be giving a quick overview video. First thing we're going to start off with is comparing the D5500 to the D5300. So they both have 24.2 megapixels. The ISO range of the D5300 is 100 to 12,800, and then in the D5500 is 100 to 25,600. Now if we go down some more, the frames per second is 5 for both of them. They both shoot in 1080 60p. The flat picture control, this does have flat picture control. The D5300 does not. The touch enabled LCD, this does have that, as you can see. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know if you wanna, yeah, blah. But the D5500 or D5300 does not. They both have built-in Wi-Fi, built-in GPS. This one has optional built-in GPS. The other one has always, it's always on. The battery life in this is 820 shots. In the D5300, it has a battery life of 600 shots. The weight of this is 420 grams. The weight in the D5300 is 480 grams. This is not the lens that comes with the camera. This is an 18 to 20 or 200 milligram, Jesus. 18 to 200 millimeter lens. This is not the stock lens. Okay. So now let's get to a couple key points with the D5500. It has a 24.2 megapixel CMOS sensor with no optical low pass filter. Ultra compact and lightweight. Most of the weight in this camera right now is coming from my lens. 2016 pixels. Sensitive range of ISO is 100 to 25,600. That is so insane. It has 5 frames per second in continuous shooting. Its shutter speed ranges from 1/4000th of a second all the way to 30 seconds. It does have bulb mode, so you can do more long exposure if you want to do, like, on the star trails or cars going down there. I don't even know. It does shoot in 1080 60p, and it does have built-in Wi-Fi. There is an audio jack for a mic if you want, HDMI cord, all that. So if any of you guys are new to photography and this is your first camera, I wouldn't suggest this as a first camera. It is kind of it's not a professional camera, but it's very, very close. It's a very complex camera. So if you guys are new, I'm just going to go over a couple of things, like what aperture, shutter speed, and ISO means. That's basically all you're going to need to know if you're shooting in manual mode, which is all I'm going to be explaining in this video. So if you're looking for something else, just comment below. I'm sure I can answer any questions that you guys have. Okay, so aperture is a hole in the lens that can be made smaller or it can be enlarged to let a certain amount of light in. The smaller the aperture, the more light is going to get let in. So the smaller the number, the bigger the hole in the lens. So the smallest aperture in here is 3.5. The largest aperture in here is f22. f22 is going to be a hole about that big to let light in. 3.5 is about that big. Maybe that big. We'll go with that. So yeah, obviously it doesn't take a genius to figure out that is going to let in less light than that. Now, in order to control how much light, because if you just take a picture, there's got to be something that, like, that sound is called shutter speed. There's got to be something to capture it. It's not just going to stay open, or else you're just going to have a white screen. That is called shutter speed. Shutter speed is the amount of time the shutter is open to let in light. Okay? So, aperture is how much light is going to be let in. The shutter speed is how much time light is going to be allowed in. Okay? So, let's go ahead and turn this camera on real quick. I'm not going to show you guys anything. So, if you're looking at it how I'm looking at it, there's going to be 3 circles. Okay? The left circle is going to say, like, 1/ and then a number. That's going to be your shutter speed. Okay? The middle one is going to have, like, if it's just brand new, I'm pretty sure it's going to say, like, f3.5. And it's going to have, like, a little circle. That's going to be your aperture. And your ISO is obviously the one that says ISO and then whatever number is below it. So if I were, like, outside, I would put my aperture at around probably like 5.6 if it was like just a sunny day. Okay? And then I'd put my shutter speed to like 160 and my ISO obviously at 100. ISO is going to be your background noise. So the lower the ISO, the clearer the shot. So you're going to usually want it at 100, but if it's dark outside, you're going to want to like heighten the ISO almost. You're going to want it around like 200 to 400. I would never go above 400. I don't even know why they do that, but that's just me. Of course, before anything, we're going to need to know where the battery is. It's on the bottom side of the grip. So we're going to push this in, open it. That's where the battery goes, right in there. We're going to do that, boom, click it back in, boom. Now the SD card is right here as well. So we're going to slide it and just let it open. And then push, there's your SD card, push it in, slide it back in. There you go. Now turning your camera on, it's right here. It's really simple. It says on and off. You're just going to flick it on, and it's going to light up right here. And now when it sleeps, all you have to do is just halfway press that, and it'll turn right back on. There is a menu with all of these different settings. There's a menu button right here with all these different settings. I'm not going to go through any of these settings because it is too... I mean, if you can just imagine, look at this. There's so many different tabs. It's all touchscreen, by the way. So many different tabs. To get back, yeah. Now, to play back any pictures you've taken, there's a little play button right here. Now, to get back, all you gotta do, press that again. Now, to delete an image, you're gonna want to press play. There's a little trash can right here. Press the trash can for yes. Yes, boom, deleted. Go back. There's an information button right here. You can press that. A bunch of little settings that you can play around with. I'm not going to play around with them, but yeah, that's how you get to those. Here's the camera from the back, okay? This is what it looks like. We're going to focus that real quick. Right here is your shutter speed. This is your aperture. This is your ISO. In order to control this, all you're going to want to do is come right here. There's a little knob. You're just gonna control that. See how it's moving? Yeah, you can kind of see. It's not doing very good with the light. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Now, in order to control this middle one, we're going to want to come up here. There's going to be a little plus and minus button right here. Okay? We're going to want to hold that down as we're turning this. That's going to control what? Your aperture. Okay? That's going to control that. Now, in order to control your ISO, which is right here, you're going to want to turn the camera over here to the left side. There's a little FN button right here. So you're going to hold that down, hold it down while turning this, okay? And that's going to, see that? That's going to do that to it. Beautiful. I keep mine at 100 always. Now, in order to use your flash, you're going to want to come over to this side. Right here, there's a little lightning mark. Push that, flips right open, okay? So here, I'm also going to tell you something real quick that I was going to wait for later, but there's an LV button right here. All you got to do, push that this way, it turns into digital mode, okay? So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to focus, wait for the green, boom. Takes a nice little flash photography. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Simple and easy, no real struggles there. Okay. Now, to get into your continuous shooting and your delayed shooting, there's a tiny little button on the bottom side, okay? You're going to press that. Come over here, and now we're going to get real up close. There's a continuous L, okay? It's the second one after single frame. We're going to want to shoot with it, and it's going to sound like this. And that's what it's going to sound like. It's just going to sound like a bunch of pictures taking at one time, and you're going to want to hold it down. You can't just press it and it's going to take it down. You're going to want to hold it down the whole time. Okay? So now we're going to come back here, press it again, and we're going to go to the next one, which says continuous H, which means a higher rate of speed. Okay, so you're going to focus. As soon as you get the okay from the camera, hold it down, and that's what that's going to do. I just took 8 pictures in like the matter of a second. Okay? Now let's exit out of that. We're going to want to come here. And this is a silent. The last button on the top right is a silent. So like if you're in a quiet place and you need to be quiet, you just focus. It's just going to sound like that. And boom. It's not completely silent, but it is quieter. And we're going to go here one more time. Bottom left, okay? That is your delayed shooting. It is going to delay it by 10 seconds. So you're going to have 10 seconds to tell your family members to be quiet, get ready, and smile. You're going to want to focus it, of course. It's going to give you the okay. You're going to press it, and then it's going to start making noises, beeping at you, and doing all that. And then it's going to start beeping faster when it's ready to shoot. Boom. Shoot. Okay? And that is how that's going to work. Alright guys, so that was a quick little overview on the Nikon D5500. I hope you guys learned maybe a little bit. If not, then I suck. But if you guys did learn anything in this video, please give it a thumbs up. It means a lot. It supports me. I'll keep doing what I can do. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll get back to you with it. Maybe a little more in-depth if you have anything. I just went over the basics. I wasn't going to get into anything really. But yes, this is a very good camera. I'll leave some pictures that I have taken with it at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that as well. Give a thumbs up for that, subscribe please, and thank you all for watching and have an awesome day.